Tokyo Cyber Squad is number one. Yes, sir.
Konnichiwa, konbanwa, for whenever you're listening to the Joshi Pod, your weekly podcast about the world of Japanese women's wrestling. Joshi Wrestling. I'm your host, Eric Howard, coming to you from beautiful San Diego, California. And guys, I wasn't sure about doing a show this week. We'll be honest with you guys that it crossed my mind to not do a show this week. I didn't know if it was appropriate. If I didn't have some interviews already done, I probably wouldn't have done a podcast this week. I'm just not sure it's appropriate to talk wrestling, specifically Joshi wrestling. I mean, this is Hana Kimura's death is what I'm talking about, as you guys can imagine. But being a Joshi podcast, it's just, is it appropriate to talk about wrestling? When's it going to be appropriate to talk about wrestling? I don't think it's time yet to talk wrestling again. So it was just a wild day last Friday. Processed some feelings about it, and I was sitting at work and my Twitter started blowing up, and unfortunately saw her tweets, and reached out to the people I know in Japan to I kind of woke somebody up and let him know what was going on, and he started digging into it too, and unfortunately we found out what we found out, and I sent her a message on Instagram, but yeah, it was too late. We lost her for the dumbest reasons. We lost Hana Kimura, a sweetheart of a woman, a wonderful person that her friends describe her as. I won't lie to you. I'm not a... Guys, if you think I'm sort of Joshi insider, that I know these people personally, things like that, I'm not. I won't claim to be that. I won't pretend to be that. I'm a giant dork wrestling fan, Joshi wrestling fan like you guys are. I just happen to do a podcast that I'm thankful you guys listen to. But yeah, I'm a fan, and as a fan of Joshi wrestling, this one hurt. I'm not a big person that gets impacted or affected by celebrity deaths or public figure deaths. I'm a big San Diego Padres fan, and I was impacted by Tony Gwynn's passing due to cancer, but he was a grown adult male who'd had his career and have experienced life and got to fulfill his destiny as a baseball player, a Hall of Famer. But Hana would have been a Hall of Famer too, I believe. I think she was a natural, like Tony Gwynn was a natural at hitting. Hana was just natural at being an entertainer. And she showed that off in anything she did. You know, I love watching the video clips you guys are posting all over the place of just Hana showing her personality and just showing, you know, that even though she wasn't in the match, she was hard not to look at when she was at ringside or the interviews and stuff. She just exudes charisma and confidence, and it's part of the thing that really breaks my heart to think about. And I was driving to LA the other day, and just a sad song came on, and I kind of broke down thinking about Hana. I was literally crying driving on the freeway from the 5 getting on the 101 in LA. And I was crying thinking about Hana. I was crying thinking about how desperate she must have been in those situations, and how alone she must have felt, and helpless and desperate and everything. And it just breaks my heart. I know I'm getting old and sensitive, but I care about the human race. I care about people. I care about the best for people. And won't lie to you guys, my Joshi heart was broken with this death, but at the same time, my Japanese heart was broken at the same time. I hold Japan in very high regard, as you guys have probably heard on the podcast, but I probably hold it in higher regard than it deserves, especially, after incidents like this where there were some hateful people sending her some hateful messages, and even after the fact, people posting celebratory videos about what happened, and yeah, my Joshi heart, my Japanese heart was broken. But you can't say that it was everybody. It was a small group of people, but a very boisterous group of people, and I don't think they were wrestling fans either, which doesn't make a difference. But I know wrestling fans are listening to this, Joshi fans are listening to this. And we have a pretty good group of people that we interact with on Twitter. We have a very uplifting, caring group of people. I'm very self-conscious about, I'll be honest, I'm going to overshare again probably, guys, but I'm very self-conscious about my weight, and I wasn't sure I ever wanted to put a picture of myself on Twitter, thinking you guys might judge me by my appearance. And the Joshi wrestling fan community has been just wonderful to me, and I lost that fear and have posted pictures of myself with people. So again, it's a thank you guys for being the special people you are, and let's let our positivity and happiness and joy over wrestling, Joshi wrestling, let's try to spread that love and joy and compassion and kindness and empathy. Pick a word, get a thesaurus, let's pick some words, but let's be better people. I've not really had an instance where I've had to block somebody that I know or interact with on a regular occasion. You get the few yahoos here or there that cross the line, and I've blocked some people this week for the first time. I think I've only blocked one person before this week, but this week my thumb's got to work out. But again, rambling, guys, stream of consciousness opening. I want you guys to know that Hana was special to me. Hana was special to all of us. She was kind enough to spend some time with me after she won the 5-star last year, as a fan, not as an interviewee or anything like that. Just I was last in line for her her autograph line when she won the 5-star last September, and they give you a sheet to hold up, guys, when you're the last in line. So the lines at Kurikan Hall for autographs and merchandise is insane. So it's not like a straight line; it's just a bunch of people grouped together, and whoever has this little paper holds it in the air so people know where to get in the back of the line for whichever wrestler you wanted to get an autograph and a picture of. So I had Hana's, and I was the last in line. So when you're the last in line, and the guy running the show walks around and says, "You're last," then you get to wait in line and be the last one to greet the person. And I was lucky enough to get Hana's last in line sheet. I have it autographed. But she spent several minutes with me when I'm sure she wanted to be anywhere but signing autographs and taking pictures and smiling. She must have smiled 8,000 times that day, but she did it 8,001 for me, and sincerely appreciate that. She signed anything I wanted, even though Rossi's got his stringent rules about autographs. She didn't care. She just signed whatever I wanted and spoke to me in a little bit of English that she knew, and took the time to make me feel special on her very special day, maybe her most special day ever in wrestling in hindsight, that she took the time to make sure that I felt special on a very special day. Guys, let's keep rambling, guys, sorry, but let's not let her death be in vain. Let's make her death mean something, and spread joy, spread love. When COVID's over, let's hug each other. Let's high-five each other, however you want to greet each other. But you guys are very kind people, and I could just see the amount of love given to Hana on social media, to all the women at Stardom, all the people working the office, I just see your guys' messages. I look at them all, or not all, I try to look at them all. I'm not going to be lying to you guys. But I look to see, and it helps lift my spirits. Again, she's impacted me way more than I thought she would. And Hana, thank you so much for being the wonderful entertainer you were. And it sounds like you were a wonderful friend too. And guys, this is the kind of people in the world that we need to lift, not tear down. Because, she's a very strong woman in a country with very traditional values and feelings. And they weren't ready for her. Japan wasn't ready for Hana Kimura. Let's hope someday they are ready for somebody with the ethnicity, the strength as a human being. Just sitting here thinking, guys, I'm sorry that, the confidence she showed on the outside and the desperation she was feeling on the inside. I'm going to wrap it up before I start crying on here again. I don't want to do that. This week's episode, guys, we have a couple of fun interviews. Not much of a transition, guys. I don't know how to transition. I don't know how to stop talking, apparently, either right now. But this week we have two really fun interviews. We have a quick chat with Gatoh Move's Tokiko, who is a woman in her mid-40s who got into professional wrestling. She's such a sweetheart, very nice woman. Very much enjoyed the time I got with her. The great Aki is doing the translations for me. I can't thank Aki enough. And these were the last couple of interviews I did when I was at Ichigaya at the end of March, before everything went sideways in Japan with COVID and things like that. And then after that, I have a quick interview again also with Emi Sakura. Emi had to go to a show, so we had some limited time. But Emi being Emi, she wanted me to spend more time with her wrestlers than with her. But we did sit down for a quick 20-minute or so chat again with Aki, doing some translation for me. I got to share my passion for Gatoh Move with Emi and tell her the story of her inspiring me. So that was kind of cool to finally get to do that. But guys, enjoy these chats with Tokiko and Emi Sakura. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Hang tough. I appreciate all the uplift and support I've gotten in this week myself. I don't deserve it from you guys, but I appreciate it. And let's have a good week. Let's have a positive week. Let's have a loving week. Virtual hugs for everybody around the world. Everybody listens to this. You get a hug from Eric from the Joshi Pod. And okay, no plugs, no anything else, no advertising this week. Just the only homework you guys have is to tell people how much you care about them and let them hear it while they're still here. Let them know that somebody means a lot to you, or something that somebody's done for you means the world to you. It's not time to let things go unsaid. It's time to let people know that you care about them, that you love them, that you appreciate them, that you respect them, whatever it is. Forget being uncomfortable. Who cares about being uncomfortable? If somebody's done something nice for you, or you admire somebody, let them know. Let them know. Because too bad that stuff goes unsaid too often, and no time for that. Life's short, guys. Let's be the best we can be and let each other know that we appreciate each other. All right, guys. Enjoy the interviews, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Arigatou gozaimasu. All right, guys, so very special edition of the Joshi Pod. Today I'm at Ichigaya Chocolate Square, and very thankful to be meeting with Tokiko. Thank you for joining the Joshi Pod.
はい、はじめまして、桐原時子です。よろしくお願いします。 nice to see you guys. This is Aki. I'll be translating.
Oh yeah, Aki's here too. Aki's the man.
Okay, thank you. So she said, nice to meet you. This is Kirihara Tokiko. So hello to you guys.
So, why did you go into professional wrestling?
どうしてレスラーになろうと思ってたんですか？
もともと格闘技をやってたのですが、プロレスの見せる動きとかにもすごい興味がありまして、ガトーム部の代表であるさくらさんが主催しているプロレス教室、誰でも女子プロレスに通うようになりました。そこで練習生になってみないかというふうに声をかけていただいたので、挑戦することにしました。
She was originally doing martial arts, so she was very interested in the movements and the athleticism of professional wrestling, the showcase of it all. Then, as the representative here, Sakura-san, she had a program going called Daredemo Joshi Pro Wrestling, which basically translates to like any woman can wrestle. So she started doing that as, you know, just most of like a hobby, just to see like how it is. So when Sakura-san saw her and that she can do stuff, Sakura-san asked her, so would she be interested in being like a trainee for Gatoh Move, like maybe turning pro some after that. So she became a trainee, and from there she just kept getting better, and you know the path just led to being here as her being a professional wrestler.
So did you watch wrestling when you were a kid?
子供の時なんかプロレス見てたんですか？
団体名言っていいですか？
はい。
はい、プロレス DDT とか好きでよく見てました。
So she watched a lot of DDT. She was really interested in that.
Who did you watch in DDT that interested you?
何か DDT に誰が好きですか
？DDT の選手皆さんすごい個性的で面白い方ばっかりなので、特定の好きな選手はいなかったんですが、もう全体的に見てすごい大好きな団体です。
So like DDT is a very unique promotion. So instead of like liking one particular wrestler, the whole DDT package was really interesting to her. It literally everyone there is like super fun. So she just loved the whole DDT style and she loved the promotion, so she kept watching that.
What style of martial arts were you training before you became a wrestler?
何かレスラーする前に何かマーシャルアーツとかやってたんですか？
キックボクシングや総合格闘技の試合に出たことがあります。
So she has done like kickboxing and 衝撃は柔道ってことですか？
学生の時に柔道やってたり、あとはMMA。
MMA martial art. So she did MMA matches in school. She did judo, and she has also done like proper matches of kickboxing. このマッチは何かプロとなってたんですか？アマチュアのように？
格闘技はプロではなくアマチュアの大会で出てました。
So she did those like MMA and kickboxing matches as an amateur, like amateur matches.
So compare training for pro wrestling versus training for judo or MMA. Can you compare the two?
何かじゃあミックスマーシャルMMAと柔道と何かキックボクシング全部とプロレス全部のトレーニングに比べて何かこれがこっちかなこれが何かこれありますか？何か違うとか大変なこととか。
そうですね。やはり柔道の受け身とプロレスの受け身も微妙に違ってたりするので、はい、あと一番大きな違いというとプロレスだと相手の技を受けなければいけないので、格闘技とかだとそういうのは一切ないので、やはりそこが一番難しいところであります。
So she's saying like there's differences like the falls and bumps you take in judo are very different from the fall and bumps you take in pro wrestling. But if she has to say the one big thing is that in wrestling the style is to take what your opponent gives you, which is the very fundamental difference from like MMA or kickboxing. So that is one of the parts that she finds the most challenging, is that pro wrestling give and take of style. Is to take everything you have and then give back. So
Gatoh Move is in a small room. What did you think when you saw you traditional wrestling is in a ring, but Gatoh Move is in a little tiny room? What did you think about that when you first saw Gatoh Move in Ichigaya?
何か 普通のプロレスが見るとちょっとリングにやってましたね、
はい、
でもガトムーブはここで隣の何かまあ本当にお客さんが見ると部屋ですよね、マットで、じゃあこれを初めて一概に見たとき、なんかどう思ったんですか、これはこの、ね、ガトムーブのプロレス。
そうですね、YouTube とかで試合とか見てたんですが、窓枠から飛んだりとか壁にぶつけたりとか、狭い空間の中でも皆さんすごい頭を使って試合をしているのが印象的だったので、はい、実際に見た時はもう自分ではまだそこまでのアイディアが湧かないので、今すごい一生懸命勉強中です。
The first time, thank you for this. So, the first time she came to Gatoh Move, like people jumping from windows, using the wall. So even though the place is so small, everybody is using their minds and like thinking creative things to do like things that shouldn't be able to do in a small room. But so when she saw that, in her mind she couldn't think of things like that at that point, which intrigued her a lot. And now as that she is wrestling here, she is really doing her best to come up with things that she can uniquely do here and be uniquely hers.
Good. So do you prefer wrestling in Ichigaya or wrestling in a ring?
何かリングと何か市ヶ谷多分何かどっちがいいってくれば どっちに何か試合するのが好きですか？
そうですね、リングの試合もやはりすごいこう貴重なんですが、市ヶ谷だとお客さんがもう本当目の前で見てる状態なので、もう本当に手が抜けない、もう本当常に真剣勝負ではあるんですけど、はい、もう失敗というかなんか技のかけ間違いとかそういうのも絶対許されないので、すごく緊張感があります。
So of course, like the ring shows are interesting as well. Of course, they are very fun. But when you're in Ichigaya, the audience is like right there, like it's on hand's length. But so like the tension goes way high, the stakes go high because like it wouldn't be called like a mistake, but like if you miss something, if you like just say while you're doing a move, you slip, or if you do anything, that just cannot recover. Because it's right there. So mistakes are not forgiven in Ichigaya, which makes it hard and which makes it a bigger challenge, which in turn makes it more like interesting, if you would say.
Good. So Gatoh Move seems, I mean, I'm from the outside looking in on like social media and things like that. It seems like a family or a sisterhood. What is so special about being part of the family here at Gatoh Move?
外から見るとガトムーブは本当になんていうかみんなが仲いいみたい団体とか家族のようにみんなすごい一生懸命たちが頑張ってる。でもみんなすごい本当になんていうか悪いオーラがないってみたいなイメージだから、これ中に今やってるとこれどんな感じですか？
はい、代表の桜さんや先輩方、本当皆さんすごく優しいですし、すごく練習もいっぱい見てくれて、あと同期が私の他に5人いるんですが、みんな仲良く本当一生懸命練習してこうお互いダメなとことか言い合ったりとか、すごくいい環境なので、はい、これからもっと成長できるように頑張りたいと思います。
So the leader Sakura-san and all the senpais of hers she's saying they are very nice. They look after their trainings. They look after if they have any other problems. They're all like there are 5 other trainees, 5 other newbies, if you call rookies in Gatoh Move as well. But everybody gets along well together. Everybody works hard together. Everybody helps each other if they have any shortcomings. So this really is like this is as you said a good woman like.
Sisterhood.
Yeah. So from now on as well, she would like to do her best in bringing that spirit forward.
What has been your favorite match so far that you've had?
何か今までの自分がやってた一番好きな試合。
Why?
試合どんな試合ですか？
やはり デビュー戦が一番印象的ですね。まだデビュー前にもエキシビジョンで3分間の試合を何度かさせていただいてたんですが、初めてのリングで3分以上の長い試合をさせていただいて、こう紙テープが飛んできたりとか、もう本当昨日のことの頃よく覚えてます。
そうですね。やっぱりそんな感じ絶対きますよね。
はい、
デビューでそんなもんですよね。
はい。
It's a debut match. So even before she debuted, she has done like exhibition match, 3 minutes exhibitions matches here, on a few of them, even on Darejo. But for the first time, she had a match in the ring. There were paper tapes flying, like in traditional Japanese style. The match was longer than 3 minutes. So in a ring for a first time in like a real surreal experience. So she really does remember that. That stood out above all, as of now.
Okay, my final question here. So, what would you like to tell people, English-speaking audience, what makes Gatoh Move so special, and why you like working for Gatoh Move?
一番最後に一回は多分英語のお客さん、何か外国のお客さんというとガトムーブに今先週のように頑張ってるしとガトムーブの一人にとって何がガトムーブに特別とか何があったら私これのアピールするとかぜひ一回一言みたいな感じでお願いします。何かガトムーブの楽しさが、ガトムーブに今ガトムーブの一味なので、これを見てくださいのためにガトムーブを見てくださいがアピールすると。
はい、ガトームーブ激しい試合もあったり、またこう面白いようなみんなが本当笑ってもらえるような試合もあったりするんですが、私個人としては去年8月にデビューして、今現在45歳なんですが、40代でもここまで強くなれるんだという試合をみんなに見てもらえるようになりたいと思います。
So there are every kind of matches in Gatoh Move. There are like interesting matches. There are matches that is just straight up wrestling. There are matches that shows strongness or fastness or agileness like any other place. But she is 45 right now.
I don't believe it.
Me too. Which is yes.
We're the same age.
Yeah. Yeah, you look world apart.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. So like, but in her mind,
he just called me old looking. Tell her what you said.
I didn't.
Tell her what you said.
I said she looks young. That's the difference.
No, you said I look old. Tell her.
何か今私がおじさんのように見えるからって言ってるでしょ。私がいや皆さんが若いのに見えるからって言ってるんですけど、彼はねいや絶対私おじさんって言ったって言って。But like even though she is in her 40s, in her mid 40s, you can still be this strong. You can still have new frontiers. You can still do a lot. She wants to do matches that shows that, and for that, please do watch her journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate your time, and we'll keep track of you on social media. I'll put your Twitter handle on the show notes, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
ありがとうございました。
All right, guys, we're back here at Ichigaya with Aki, and the woman that inspired me to start the podcast. I came here. I'm going to tell the story. I've told the story many, many times on my podcast, but I'm going to tell it in front of her for the first time. Last September, I came here, and everybody treated me so very well at the Gatoh Move show. They did it almost all in English for me, and I was quite embarrassed. But after the show was over, Emi was outside, and I told her that I was going to find a way to tell the world about Gatoh Move. I wasn't sure how yet, but I was going to tell the world about Gatoh Move. And she probably thought I was crazy. She's like, oh, this crazy American, just go, he's just telling stories. But I started this podcast to talk about Joshi wrestling, but specifically Gatoh Move. So super happy, super thankful to have on this podcast Emi Sakura. Thank you for coming on the show, Emi.
Yay! I'm Emi! Hello!
彼が言ってたのは、彼は去年4月いや9月で日本にプロレスを見て食べに来た時に何かガトームを見てたんですよ。でガトームを見てて、何か外国のお客さんが来ると英語の特別なショーやりましたよね。でこの時もやってたから彼は私のためにこれぐらいやったってかすごいよろしくて、何かショー終わった時にサクラさんが外で何か社員とか話しましたよね。この時来てて、何か私どうしてもこれ何か素晴らしいこれガトームーブを何か世界でしてもらいたいために何とかするって言ってた時に、何か彼が言ってたのは、いやこの時サクラさん知って、これ何言ってるのこの人とか思ってたかもしれないんですけど、この時も知らなかったんですけど、どうやって慕われるかこんな気持ちが、でもこれのために、女子プロレスとでも何か特別にガトームーブのことを喋るためにこのポッドキャストが始まりました。
すごい一人一人が長いから、もっといっぱい話した方が楽しくない？どうだろう？
今から来るんですよ。これモノローグやってたから。すいません。
分かった。とても嬉しい。あなたはショーを楽しんでもらいましたか
？Was the show fun for you when you here?
Oh, I loved it. We talked about it. I say Ichigaya is a magical place, and I love Ichigaya.
私の適当な英語は伝わりましたか？
So her English on the spot, was it able to convey what she was saying?
When I met her outside?
Yeah.
I think she kind of understood, but I thought she just thought I was some crazy American person just telling her a story and walking away.
In the verse, were you able to understand what she was saying?
Oh, in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Crystal was here.
クリスタルだから。
クリスタルいいね。
Yeah, so
なんか私たちは日本語を話すけど英語を話すことが当たり前じゃなくて、でもみんな来てくれて楽しんでくれてるのはすごい嬉しいです。
So they speak, all of them speak Japanese, but being able to speak English is not something very common that they can just, like for most people it's like, yeah, I speak English, but for them it's not. So the fact that a lot of English fans, like foreign fans, come here and still enjoy the show, she's really happy about it.
Yeah, because I was embarrassed a little bit because you kept asking me, you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? She then almost the entire time she was doing that to me, just like catering to me, which was sweet. And Saki, we talked about it earlier. Saki did the Bull Nakano Scorpion move for me on that show because you asked me who my favorite wrestler was.
思い出した。彼が私の好きなレスラーはブル中野だって言うから、今日はきっとブル中野みたいな技があるよって言ってさきちゃんが出したの。すごい彼を喜んでもらうためにスペシャルだって言ってた。
彼も何回聞いてたから分かってるって何回言ってたからすごい恥ずかしかったし、でも私のためにブル中野の技やってたから本当に嬉しかったです。
一人一人のためにやりたい。
Yeah, they wanna perform for every single person in the show.
Yeah, it's amazing. So how did you ever come up with the idea of Ichigaya Chocolate Square?
何か市ヶ谷チョコレート広場のアイディアはどうやって思い出したんですか？
これは本当にシンプルに。私たちは特別なことをやりたかったわけじゃなくて、たまたまお金がなくて場所がなくてリングがなかった、それだけ。
So it's not that they wanted to come up with something special and unique. It's just that it happens to be that they didn't have any place, any ring, or any money to do the show, which happens to be that's why they did the show here.
And why do you think it's worked out so well?
どうしてそんなにうまくいったと思いますか？
わからない。でもお客さんが喜んでくれたからこれはいけると思ってそのまま信じた道を続けた。
But like she doesn't really know, but the audience loved it, so she thought about, oh, this could work, and she just kept going on that message and tried to make it as better as she can.
So
最初からここはこうだったんじゃなくて、実はもともとオフィスだった。その机を運んだりとか床を剥がしたりとか、最初はすごく汚かったんだけれども、お客さんが入ってくるおかげでトイレを直したりとかシートを貼ったりとかどんどん変えていったんだよ。
So like in the beginning it wasn't very easy, or the way it is now it wasn't like that. In the beginning it was originally an office, so they take care of the chairs or they move the tables, and like it was a long process to make it good step by step, but because people loved it and a lot of audience came, they were able to put on the mats, put on the side mats, like fix the toilet and like smaller things. That's how step by step it became the Ichigaya now.
So why do you think there's a pretty big international appeal to Gatoh Move as well. People around the world want to come here to Gatoh Move. What do you think it is that makes it such a tourist thing almost for wrestling fans now to come to Ichigaya?
何か市ヶ谷はもうどんどん世界で有名になってるんですから、何かどうしてそんなに外国のお客さんが本当にトゥーリストみたいな感じでここへ日本行くと絶対市ヶ谷行けなきゃとみたい。どうしてそのガトームーブが何が持ってるってこれを何か外国人が
日本に来る外国のプロレスファンは、よっぽどのプロレスマニアだからそういう人たちは探すのがうまいし、そういう人たちにとって大きい新日本とちっちゃいガトームーブを見るっていうのが面白いだけであって、私たちは普通に頑張ってるだけだけど、あなたたちがスーパーマニアなんでしょって言ってください。
So she thinks the people who come to Japan for wrestling are like super wrestling fans to begin with. Like those are the kind of people who travel here. But
like me?
Yes, for them, watching the big New Japan and the very small Gatoh Move is something very interesting because it's such a separate world. So in her eyes, they are just doing their best. They are not doing something special. They're just doing their best. But you guys who do come and find this place are who's special.
I found it kind of by accident. There's a website that lists all the shows, and I was like, what's Gatoh Move? And I watched it on YouTube, and I was like, I have to go there. So I came and visited.
本当にたまたま探したんですよ。何か一個シュープロのウェブサイトですよね。いろいろショーがある。これでガトームーブが入ってるの。これ何ですかと思って。
私たちは最初その海外のお客さんに来てほしくてここをやってたわけじゃなかったのに、本当にある一人のその一つの YouTube だったり Twitter だったりそのたった一人のきっかけがこんなに広がったっていうことだから、私たちの戦略ではないけど来てくれる人はすごく嬉しい。
So like they didn't really start to try to cater for the people, like foreign people. It's just that they did for a single audience to get as many as they can to do even just a little bit of promotion on YouTube and all those places. So those places like just connected and became what it is today. Just spread on its own by connecting step to step. So they're really happy that everything they get is almost like a gift.
So Pumi's commentary on the videos, it's become very popular, and I think it helps make the Gatoh Move more popular. How did your relationship with Pumi start?
今プミがコメントやってますよね。でプミのコメントがガトームーブのように同じように少し特別で何か外国人ですから、これはあって少し何か似合ってるかというか、そんな感じやってるから、どうやってプミと関係が始まったんですか？
一番最初彼はアイスリボンがタイで、プログラムをやる時のコメンタリーだったの。最初に出会ったのはその彼が高校生か大学生の時のコメンタリーだったがきっかけだから、彼は喋ることのプロフェッショナルだった。テレビでやってたから。でそれで私がタイに行った時に出会ったので、彼にこれをやってもらうことを気づくのが遅すぎて、もっと早くやってもらえればよかったなと思ってます。
So the way she met Pumi is because Ice Ribbon did a show in Thai, and to do that he was the commentator for that. So he was professional at that point too. He was like maybe high school or university at that point, but he was doing that on television, so he was pretty good at that. So in her eyes, she was actually very late in realizing of him asking him to do what he does for Gatoh Move now. So she thinks it would have been better to start like pretty early because they had the relation going on since then.
So how do you manage your career? You know, you wrestle in the United States. How do you manage Gatoh Move at the same time managing your own personal career?
何かどうやって自分のレスラーとしてカリアとガトームーブを何かアメリカでも手合やってるし、いろいろ外国でも手合やってるし、これどうやってマネージしてますか？
すごい難しい質問なんですけど、基本的には明日どうなるかわからないと思ってプロレスをやってるから、川の流れのように気の向くままにやってる。もしかしたら明日ガトームーブが終わってしまうかもしれないし、明日でプロレスやめたってなるかもしれない。
So it's a very difficult question in a way, but she thinks like she doesn't really know what's going to happen tomorrow is the way she's doing wrestling. You could say like just the river is flowing and it's just the water just goes wherever she goes. That's the kind of feeling you can guess. So it could be that Gatoh Move might end up stopping tomorrow, or her career might stop tomorrow. So she doesn't really know. She's just finding her way as she goes along.
Excellent. How satisfying as a trainer is it to see your students become successful?
何かトレーナーとして推しとる人が多いですよね。じゃあこの人たちがなんというかカリアに行くとなんというかサクセスがもらうとどんな感じですか？
どうして私から離れてしまうのって思ってるよ。
She thinks, why do you go away from me?
That's wrestling though, right?
これはプロレスでって言ってます。
So you've been wrestling, what, 25 years later this year? Will be 25
Yes.
years. How have you seen Joshi wrestling change from 25 years ago to now?
すごい変わった。
わかりましたね。
いろんな団体がもともとあったそのブル中野さんのオールジャパン、オール全日本女子プロレスとか、ガイアジャパンとか JWP とかもういろんな団体がなくなって、そして新しい団体ができたっていうことをずっと見続けることができたのは本当に楽しいし、私自身団体を3つ作ってやめてここをキープしてるから、本当に長く続けると面白い歴史をずっと見続けることができて、それが中にいて感じられるから本当に楽しいよ。
So it changed drastically. So like from the beginning, like the JPWs from like Bull Nakano, and there's like all the big promotions that were there, just be like larger than worlds. All of them like stopped, and then new promotions started becoming blooming. Like herself has had three companies. Made one, stopped one, then made the next one, then stopped that, and now she's keeping this. So in a way, if you do wrestling for a long time, you can really see the flow of time and the history change. It's really interesting. Like it's really fun in that. So having to done that so long, she really thinks it's wonderful that she was able to see this change and the flow of time in how it changed over that time. She's really good at answering.
She's very good at
Yeah,
answering.
you gotta up your game.
She's a pro.
She is.
Yeah.
I know.
She's wondering what we're talking about.
Yeah. Go ahead.
大丈夫？
大丈夫です。
Oh. So, Gatoh, I mean, just you've like you said, you started companies, you've left companies, you started companies, you left companies. Is that just the life of a wrestler in Japan, where it's kind of like up and down, up and down, up and down?
そう、何かまあ言った通り、会社が始めて辞めて始めて辞めて、これ何かこれ上行くとか下行くとか、これ流れは日本にレスラーの人生の流れというんですか？そんな感じですか？プロレスラーとして日本にレスリングすると、プロレスがすると。
私はただのプレイヤーだから、その会社が上がったり下がったりっていうのは分からなかったけど、今は自分自身が会社をやってるからそれを感じることはある。ただ、イギリスとか他の国で試合をさせてもらって、レスラーはカンパニーはなんだろう、私はグループレスリングが好きだけど、カンパニーレスリング、グループレスリングじゃなくて、レスラーはただのレスラーだっていうことを他の国に行って知りました。
So in the beginning, she was just a wrestler. So the company goes up and companies goes down. She couldn't really feel that. She couldn't really understand that. But now that and before, just like from some time, that she has her own company, she can really feel that the flow of going up and down of companies being in up and being profit and being loss and being down. But she like now that she's also had shows overseas. When she went outside, she realized that like she likes group wrestling. She likes those like the groups and making teams and like the traditional Japanese thing you see very often. But when she went outside, she finally like, oh, just being a wrestler, having nothing to do with all this is also a way of being being a wrestler. It's just that's how it is in foreign. So that was really interesting to her.
So you were exposed to a larger audience recently by going to AEW. What was that experience like going to America in being on TV with AEW?
AEW について。
何か最近、桜さんを見てる お客さんがすごく増えたいきなり、これはアメリカにおいて AEW に試合やってたのおかげで、これ行ってやった時のはどんな感じだったんですか？
私はプロレス人生でいろんなその怪我をしたりとか、新人だったりとか団体をやらなきゃいけないとか難しいことだったけど、今が一番難しい問題に直面していて、それは AEW への挑戦だと思ってます。
So she have had a lot of tough times in the career, like being a rookie for say, or getting injured, or like having to make a company. Like if she doesn't make a company, it won't go well. Like she have to do those things. So it was pretty hard. But in all of her career, the hardest thing and the most challenging thing she has done is to be at roster and being able to perform for AEW at that platform.
私は今までそのグループレスリングがすごく好きで、いろんな人の関係性、リレーションシップでプロレスをつないでいったけども、言葉が通じない、そしてリレーションシップがない、私がプロデューサーではなくてプレイヤーにならなければいけない中で、自分に価値があるかどうかがちょっと分からなくなったりして、すごく孤独だったし、そのアメリカと日本のプロレスのシステムの違いに戸惑ったりもしていた。
So, she, as till now, she has done group wrestling. She has done from person to person relations between them, stories between them, their emotions get into play, and she has been done wrestling that way always. But now she has to go like to connect that connection between two is the way she does wrestling. But now that she went to America, she can't communicate because she doesn't have the language. She's not the producer, so she really can't get the flow of how it's gonna go. Or she has to be and she has to become a single wrestler. So there's no connection between and two. Like having to do everything, all that, it almost made her question like what kind of worth she has and what she can do. So that was one of the difficult things.
Well, I can tell you from an American perspective, people were very impressed with Emi and her work and stuff at AEW. She was pretty popular with the fans.
何か、彼はアメリカ人としてこれ言ったことできます。さくらさんがアメリカ行った時に何かみんなすごい何か好きだったと思います。何かすごい興味あってたし、いきなりこれを見ててすごいなんというか注目もらってたしと思います。これうまくいったと思います。
私はすごくネガティブな性格なので、英語がわからないのに毎日自分の名前を英語サーチして、私の悪口書いてるって泣いてたよって。
She has a very negative personality by herself saying. Yeah. She just said it. So she couldn't understand English at all, so she just searched her name in English on Twitter and she's like, people are saying bad things about me, and just cried. That's all she did.
So let's talk about some brilliant things I think Gatoh Move does that a lot of other companies, Joshi promotions in Japan, don't do. You guys use social media very well. Is there a strategy to the social media, or is it just you guys being you?
何かちょっとガトムの素晴らしいことが話しましょう。何か他の女子プロレス団体はこれできないってこと。ガトムーブの SNS はすごく素晴らしいです。これはわざとですか？わざとじゃなくて何かガトムーブはガトムーブのようにやってるだけでことですか？
これは本当に、ガトムーブの市街に来てくれる外国からのお客さんがきっかけで、彼たちがアメリカに帰ったとかいろんな自分たちの国に帰った後もそのままガトームーブを楽しんでもらいたいっていう気持ちで、英語大事だなと思ったのが、みんなが来るようになってからだから one year two year だからみんなのおかげだ。
So she thinks it's because a lot of like the foreigner fans who come here and enjoy Gatoh Move, even when they leave, they don't stop. They go back and they still promote and push and like do the most they can for Gatoh Move. And she realized like English is important after it already started happening. So she thinks it's all because of the fans. That they are the one who created that SNS.
他の団体は大きいから、例えば1000人のうちの50人が海外のお客さんでも、よく来たね元気で終わるけど、私たちは80人しか入らないのに50人海外のお客さんだったら、それはもうすごいスペシャルカスタマーだっていうことだね。
So other companies are big. So let's just say there's like 1,000 people in the audience and 10 people came from foreign. They would say like, you came, good for you. Like you would have that feeling. But we are very small. So let's just say like 80 people barely got in the in our venue, and there's like 50 of them are foreigners. So of course it's going to be like, what? Like that reaction, we would definitely have that. Like it's very special.
And your social media game is pretty strong too. So watching your adventures, trying to open your suitcases and stuff, do you record it? Do you like run into situations and think, I should record this and put this on social media? Or how do you come up with the idea to do it?
さくらさんの自分の SNS のなんとかやり方結構白いので、何かアメリカで行ってスーツケースの戦いとかで、そんなことはわざわざとそんなシチュエーションが何か作るとか、これあって、じゃあこれは何かレコードして SNS にすればいいかなとか思ってやってるんですか？どんな風にそんな面白い SNS が持ってますか？
悲しいことがあった時に一人では抱えきれない。
So it's just when something difficult happens, she thinks like I alone can't handle it, and she just puts it out.
It's so fun. It's so fun. It's so
it's 本当に楽しいです。
よかった、これからもやるって。
She'll keep doing it.
Good. Final question here. People would shoot me if I didn't ask you this question. Let's talk about Queen.
これは一番最後です。
言って。
これは一番最後です。何か彼もアクスペリエンスのことがそう思ってたんですけど、これもちろんですけど、一番最後にこれは質問です。これを聞かないと多分人がエリックを殺そうと思います。帰るとき。これはクイーンのことです。クイーンの話しましょう。はい。
So, what is your fascination with Queen? When did it start? Tell me about it.
私はもう本当にミーハーなファンで、映画のボヘミアン・ラプソディ、日本だったら2年前に公開されたばっかりの、それ以前は一切聞いたことがないクイーンのファンです。しかも私は普段音楽を全然聞かないっていうことを言ってください。
So she's just she was a random fan of movies. So she just one day happens to be at theater and just saw Queen. Before that, she had never heard of him, not even once. She's not even a fan of music. She's not someone who listens to music a lot. She's just someone who saw it and just, melt into it. She just fell head over heels, jump over buildings, kind of fell for Queen.
So, final question here. So, where do you see you live day by day, but like, do you have a bigger vision for Gatoh Move? Are you kind of happy with where you're kind of at in the Joshi landscape right now?
何か日常はもちろんあるんですけど、今やってることとか毎日やってることとか、それと置いといて何かガトームーブにとって大きな目標とかなんとかありますか？
いや、私はクイーンの話をあと1時間したかった。
She wanted to talk about Queen at least like one more hour.
Okay. 私は本当に25年やってきて、多分この先をプロレスを続けると思う。例えば試合をしないことやプロレスから離れることも含めて私のプロレスは続いていると思うので、この先もし私が誰かと結婚したり子供を産んだりとかしたことも全て表に出してこのガトームーブを続けていきたいと思っています。そしてここだけではなくて世界中でガトームーブを応援してくれている人がいたらすごく嬉しいし、いつか会いに行きたい。あなたたちの健康を祈ってます。
So she thinks she's gonna keep doing this. She's been doing it for 24 years, and she thinks pro wrestling is going to be in her life for as long as she has it. Even if she has to stop being a wrestler, there might come a time that she can't wrestle. Maybe she gets married, or maybe she has children, or maybe there's something that she have to steps away. But as long as she have got the move, wrestling would be in her life. Like she would still wanna see her wrestling being done as long as she can. And if all those things come about and there comes a day that she couldn't wrestle, Gatoh Move would still continue. Gatoh Move, her wrestling would still continue. What the kind of wrestling she loves will still continue. And the fact that all of the world's fans from all of the world love Gatoh Move is something of a blessing that really makes her happy. And from now on as well, if more people come and to meet her, more people come to see the wrestling she does, that would be incredible.
私はその生活の中にプロレスがあるんじゃなくてプロレスの中で生活しています。そして何よりも一番言いたいのは、もしプロレスをやりたい人がいたらぜひガトームーブに来てください。そして私が絶対に、スーパースターにします。
You could think it in the way that it's not that pro wrestling is in her nature, in her personality, is that her personality exists inside of pro wrestling. Pro wrestling is everything and she's like one. It's not one part, it's everything and then there's her. So the one thing that she really wants to say is that of course, please everyone come and see, but most of all, if anybody wants to be a wrestler, please do come to Gatoh Move. Emi Sakura will make you a superstar.
She's right. I mean, Mesa, we talked about it before we started interviewing. Mesa Ruga is as good as it gets.
Yeah.
She's as good as it gets.
それがちゃんはめいちゃん、ごめん、それがめいと言ってたの真ん中に勝っちゃった。めいちゃんはまあプロレスラーとしてできればできるほど素晴らしい。これ以上多分できないかなって思ってる彼は。はい。Yes.
All right. Emi, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you having me here today at Ichigaya. Again, you're my inspiration for this podcast, and I'm very thankful for the time you and the rest of the women gave me today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have enjoyed.
Thank you guys. It was fun.
Thank you, Aki.
Thank you.